Thank you for the fire, everybody. Thank you for the fire. We got a really, really important one today. You might have seen the message. Yeah, they fall into a deep hibernation. So let's just get going. So KO Willie says, what happens to all the DJs over summer or when summer is over? And hibernation is a good tactic for a DJ. You want to stay out of the way. You want to keep out of the way during winter, because if you clang in the winter, one of your limbs could break off because you've been completely frozen. You know what I mean? Like a little bit like Liquid Metal Terminator. So yeah, hibernating is a good option. It is cold out there when you're a DJ. Summers are hard. You need to get a lot of your energy back as well. Yeah, so let's have a quick look at what some people have written in the actual post itself. So we had an amazing one earlier. Nancy Live 303 said, they all simultaneously post an update about how much they love festival season. They are, in fact, very excited to get back to their favourite intimate club season. So what they will post about is, had a really, really great time. Really, really great time at the festival. However, I really want to just get back to the basics. Do you know what I mean? Want to get back to the basics, back to my real place, which is the club in front of all the peeps. Wow, there's a lot of people on here, guys. Put a techno on it. Yeah, leaving Zanti. Yeah. We could. Let me see. I might have that filter handy actually. To be fair, here we go. There you go. Brilliant. Now we're cooking. Yeah. So yeah. They're going to be posting things like big things are coming, which, they always are coming. Once, I think when it's April time, the big thing that's coming is summer. And then in September, the big thing that's coming is an extremely cold, frozen WAV winter, freezing to death. And just, the big thing that's coming is hypothermia, if you're not careful. So you should always wrap up. So back to this thing here. So apparently they cocoon themselves for 3 weeks, 1 day and 14 hours in their AAA festival wristbands and emerge after their well-deserved break as actual butterflies, but their wings are made entirely out of WAV files. And I think that's something that we can always think about here. It's been a long time since we've talked about WAVs, because in the summer, the water leaves, it evaporates, and it goes and finds new people. Make sure you're double tapping the screen, guys, for WAVs. Hitting that little, what do you call it? The little paper aeroplane. Sending this to every single one of your friends in your list, and we can really start getting rocking. Yeah. So Max Darby saying optimal storage temperature for a WAV. I don't know. I'm gonna go for 36 degrees. Because that's the sort of heat of a human, and yeah, I think if you can store the WAVs at the same temperature as yourself, it's gonna be more conducive to a person. There's quite a lot of comments coming here. I'm not used to this. I usually do it on TikTok to 2 people. So they have to come to the realization that hard techno has become early hard style. No, not exactly. What the DJs do once summer is over. But hard techno is now like early hard style, and you know what? It will take you a whole winter to kind of figure out what's going on there. Clothing repetition. When summer is over, festival DJs have to go to winter mode and hibernate. We've mentioned this, I think, already. Hibernation is key. I feel like I want to hibernate for an extremely long time, and I didn't even leave the house, so I can't even imagine what people that play other people's songs for other people for money do. Absolutely no filter. No, this is zero filter right now. So someone's put in a really good suggestion here, actually. The Flynn Sean says they announced an Oz NZ tour. Now, I don't know if anyone out here actually believes in the flat frequency response theory, which means that the frequency response of music is completely flat. I am not sure, I'm not sure that Australia and New Zealand actually exist. I couldn't tell you. I've never been booked myself, and I have been wanting to be booked for quite a while. So until I see it with my own eyes, they can book that tour. I don't know where they're going. They could be going anywhere. They're probably just going to the edge of the earth. I don't care. You know, onto the rim of the vinyl. Track 1 is where they're going. Yeah, they can do that. But I'm not 100% sure whether Australia or New Zealand exists. If anyone, any of the 34 people that are watching this right now can prove it to me, then, you know, I'll eat my, what kind of hats do they wear there? I'll eat a corked hat. Okay. So let's have a look. Any more suggestions here? They go to Middle Earth. See, now that's something I can get behind because I believe that the Earth has a middle. But does it have? Is it round? Does it have an underside? I don't know. Someone at Houghton said Villalobos he hoards them in his dungeon. Hoards what? Wavs or hoards? What is he hoarding? Let me know in the comments, please. Big things coming next season. Yeah, so a lot of big things coming. They watch 12-hour Fred again sets every day till summer begins again. You know, you want a breath of fresh air. You want that sunshine to carry you through the sunshine months. Yeah, I've watched the Boiler Room one. That's the only Boiler Room I've ever actually seen. And Boiler Room is my favorite music artist, as we've ascertained from previous videos. Yeah, like, so I thought, like, so everyone's like, oh, DJs get bookings, but when a footballer gets a booking, apparently that's bad. Apparently you get a red card. You get thrown out of the stadium. People say, hey, excuse me, mate, my children are playing a game of football here. Why have you gone and slid tackled them? You got a red card. Please leave the playground. Whatever, you know. What I'm saying is, when DJs get bookings, oh, it's green card. It's oh yeah, you did a really good job there. But then footballers, it's just double standards, really. And I'm not even someone who's into football, even though I look like a footballer. Leon Hassler says, drum and bass DJs don't hibernate. They tour New Zealand. Well, this is literally what we've been talking about here this whole time. Big Wizard saying, can confirm Australia doesn't exist. Lohit Peticam says, bro, I'm from New Zealand but can't prove it. So that's it, exactly. So we're onto something here. Just like my beats, they don't exist. I've got beats, mate. I've got beats. There's some beats here. I didn't make them. They are stored in a massive hangar in Vegas. The Earth is vinyl shaped. Saw Scream a couple of hours outside of Hobbiton over New Year's last year. What happens if DJs go into hibernation, but they can only afford MP3s on Beatport? Now that is something that, Beatport doesn't really care whether you're hibernating or not. It doesn't care whether summer's been hard. It's always there saying, hey, look, we've invented a new genre called Speed House. Get with the program, you know. Anyone trying to swap hemispheres? Yeah, I'd swap a hemisphere for a hemisphere. If anyone's got one, please DM the page. I think I'm missing a lot of comments here. So Rory Hunter, I said that right. Rory Hunter says they practice hitting the Q button or on every inanimate object in sight. So I don't know if anyone else does this, but before I put the kettle on, what I like to do is I like to just tap just above the kettle switch for 5 minutes, then hit the switch on, and then perfect cup of tea every single time. And you can take this from someone who's from England but is not able to actually prove whether they're from England or not. Hey everybody, hey Kai, hey Reese, hey Alex, Census, hi Census, hey DJ Alter Ego, we're not related, are we? Cool. Let's get back with some of these questions again. So we got, what happens to all the DJs once summer is over? You got to cue up the kettle, mate. You got to cue up the kettle. That's what they call kettle leads. So they're saying, say big things coming. Now here's one. Freshers Week. Hey Tom Clay. Freshers Week, right? It's a doozy. It's been only a few years since I was a fresher, and I've never felt fresher. Now, are you a DJ who wants to play other people's tracks for a 1 hour set at a boiler room, get lots of glory, get paid over the odds? Or are you a real DJ? A DJ that plays for 6 to 7 hours of the same tracks that you've played for maybe 40 years on the same pair of CDJ 350s. The kids hate you. The guy there hates you. You hate the music. You're listening to someone else, some other music. You're listening to Radio 4 in your headphones, pretending to mix. You know these tunes like the back of your hand. You know, do you want to be a real DJ? Because, yeah, we can all go, hey, look, I've got some really, really cool glasses on and, pink hat and extremely great skin and chiseled facial features. We can all say that. But can you say, yeah, I played at the Sunderland Freshers Fair. I almost got bottled by a plastic VK. I think that a lot of DJs have got a lot to live up to be fair. They've got a lot to live up to. You can't just go around saying, oh, I'm a DJ if you really haven't DJ'd at a pub that has no one in because they didn't sell enough tickets on Freshers Night and you're not sure how you're going to get back home. Look, let's be real here, guys. So, any more suggestions for what DJs are doing? Oh God, I'm missing a lot of stuff here. Spabjan says, I guess DJs just die when summer ends, and then every year there are new ones coming. So, yeah, I think that's true. Some DJs do, as soon as it's 1st of September, they just die, and then what happens is they get kind of enveloped by other DJs, and then it's just a process of life. It's a little bit like flies, they only live for a day, or they only live for a season, and then the next season there's a whole new set of DJs, and what can you do? This is probably why I'm still alive, because I'm a freshers DJ. I'm not a real DJ. I'm not seasonal. Weddings, discos, anything you want really. I'll get the CDJ 350s out. I'll give them a blow, and just carry on about my day. Let's just have a look and see if I've missed any questions here. How old are your HD25? How old are your HD25? Says Ira Cruz. I'm not a HD25 user because what I use is the Audio Technica I think they're called HDs. I can't actually remember now. Because I like to let people know when I'm DJing that sometimes I produce on the side. Is the reason why I use them. I hate how they sound, but when people see me, they'll go, you know what? I think this guy makes a bootleg or two. As well as DJing. So it's one of the main reasons why I use one of them. TikTok's scrolling interface is absolutely terrible. You have a CDJ 350, you're a poser. Mate, CDJ 350 is the original vinyl. I don't know if you've ever been told this. Low Hit Petticam says, made you even compress. I was like, have you seen my face? Is this the face of a man that compresses or what? Chest compressions, obviously. Trying to give some likes here. This is the biggest audience I've seen. Yes, this is. I usually will be DJing to 3 people. 2 of them are bar members. One of them is a security guy that they knew. Avicii was really 9 DJs. We love Avicii. I listen to Avicii on Spotify all the time. I never used to listen to Avicii at the time, but nowadays I'm like, whack a bit of Avicii on. Literally, Liam G. So basically everybody who's on this chat now isn't a real DJ because they're still alive. Otherwise you should have died. I think David Attenborough is doing a Planet Earth again now at 97 years old to celebrate the anniversary of trance music, which was in 1997. So he's 97 years old to celebrate trance music. I think he's going to be doing it about the life cycle of a DJ. So what happens in Planet Earth? Yeah, I think the DJ comes out of its cocoon in maybe March time and realizes it needs to release music within the next 2 months to get on the festival circuit. And then obviously the DJ will go around and copulate in makeshift nests, which are made out of plastic that they leave behind. Some of them are tent pole shaped, and then they'll do a mating call where they get their USB and stick it in a CDJ to attract. I don't know what they fornicate with. I'm sure we're going to learn from David Attenborough. To copulate, and then at the end of the season they die. So I can't wait to hear David Attenborough talk all about that. Let's have a look here. They burn the top 40 onto CDs only to find that their DDJ 400 doesn't take CDs. See, that's the cruel twist of fate of nature. So who's older, Sasha or Digweed? I'm going to say Sasha and Digweed to that one. RIP Paris Hilton, Real DJs were lost. She's still alive, so I don't know what that really says, but I'm a big fan of Paris Hilton. Stars Are Blind, one of my all-time favorites. One that only a certain age range and demographic will get, so it's extremely niche. Let's put it on now. Yeah. This is good. It's building up now. It's a bit of a 110 BPM chugger, isn't it? Brilliant. At the end of the season, all of the DJs die. So Ewan Morrison says, have you ever met Zero Luffs? No. I've tried to get close, but I've never managed to get it to zero. I've used clippers. I've used all sorts of different, different techniques and stuff, but never really managed to get it anywhere near Zero Luffs. So if anyone out there has managed to get towards Zero Luffs, please let me know. We are on the lookout for Zero Luffs. A lot of people joining, not a lot of people staying. I mean, that's absolutely fun. Yeah. So, Paris Hilton, Stars Are Blind, is a 110 BPM chugger. Thank you, Young Cut, and we will keep the bangers coming in. Thanks, Cry the Pain Away. We'll keep the bangers coming in. Deck Mantle is Big Wizard's favourite artist. Damn, might have to do a video about that. Are you a part of a digital DJ tips crew? I am not, but I should be, because I've got so many tips about digital DJing that it's unreal. Like every single day they must look at a free band EQ and a crossfader and go, fuck, what are we going to talk about next? Like, what more could you talk about? Every time Pioneer releases a new CDJ and they add one feature, digital tips crew are probably just like, fuck yes, fuck, this will last us fucking 6 months. This will last us until winter. This will keep us warm over the winter. When did they release them? They must release them at the beginning of the summer. I don't know. Do I own any labels? Yeah, I've got a few labels. Let me find them. Yeah, I got these. I've got these labels here. From the time we did Boomtown, they've got a little sticker on them, and yeah, you can. These are like, they're not record labels, but they are labels that you can stick on stuff, which is just as good, really. Like, because music is just stickers for the ears, So, oh yeah, great, brilliant. Yeah, that's great. That is, yeah. Is this cool? No, it's really affecting my face. No, that's just no. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that's my normal face. The other one was a filter, which is really embarrassing. Yeah. Great. How many USBs do you go through a week? A week? Oh, I mean, I've got a subscription to Beatport, so I'm going through probably like a couple of SanDisk cruisers. Probably maybe like one a month, maybe. They get worn out quite a lot because I use the CDJ 350s and they're very abrasive. It's like skateboarding with fresh grip. You know what I mean? The more you get a new USB, the more it's going to kind of like, you know, it's going to be a bit more abrasive. Zone 32 gang, Max Darby. Okay. Where is the Zone 32 gang? Trying to wave at everybody. It's really tough to wave at people. Have I missed any questions? Okay. So let's get back to the task at hand, which is what happens to all the DJs once summer is over? Shakra says, we playing in the club, TF. We playing in the club, TF. I don't know what that means. I've never played in a club in my life. I don't want to play in a club. I like to DJ in my bedroom, on my own. I keep the door a little bit ajar just in case my housemates walk past and so they can know that I'm a decent DJ. But do I want to DJ in a club? No. Do I want to DJ at a festival? No. Do I want to DJ in the summer? No. I want to be cold at home. I want to lube. Yes, I want to lube up the USB before putting it into the CDJ. And I want to keep my door ajar with the lube by the CDJ, but I've hidden it just in case my housemate does come in. He wants to sit on the bed and he wants to listen to a journey. He wants to be taken on a journey. And that's literally, hey, call me simple. Call me Simple Simon. But yeah, I'm a DJ through and through, and this is how I DJ. So if you don't like that, you know, if you don't like that, don't listen. Don't listen. You turn your ears off. Can you DJ in wearing mittens in earmuffs? Well, I think they did do the is it the Sennheiser HD 25 muffs? I think I don't know if they released them, but yeah, I got them on pre-order, so hopefully they'll be there, hopefully here before the weather turns, so that I can like DJ with my bedroom window open, just so maybe my neighbour hears, and they think that maybe I'm quite a good DJ. They knock on the door and they say, look, I like what you're doing there. I'm really feeling your set. Do you mind if I just come and sit on your bed, have a listen? And I say, please, be my guest. But I'm just a humble servant of the sound, you know? And they seem to like that, I think. DJs live as long as the bangers keep coming in. And that is actually true. So when we say keep the bangers coming in, when we call up, and thank you for this big wizard, when we call up, we're not just saying, hey, can you serve us with the bangers? We're keeping DJs alive, because as soon as the bangers stop coming in, that's it. The DJ is gone. They die prematurely, not even before September. So, yeah, you think being a DJ is all like glamorous and fun and games. Yeah, we know how to smile. It's almost our job to smile, to make people feel at ease. But inside, are we smiling? What about when the bangers don't come in? And your mate, who's supposed to make it till at least the 31st of August, is no longer around. Look, I'm getting a bit emotional now. So let me just rein it back in a little bit, guys. Also, there's a little paper plane down there in the bottom right. If you click that, it's going to pop up with absolutely tons of people, and just invite everyone for a laugh. So what's the best mixer to exclusively play Sasha and or Digweed? I use I did used to use a NutriBullet, but I've kind of moved away from that now. I have started using just like the Behringer one, or also the Korg Chaos DJ mixer. Is really, really good because you get the Chaos pad in it and it sounds really noughties. And you can just, you can really get that kind of like that rhythmical beat, that we like. It reminds me when I was on acid. Yeah, so I had like an acid reflux and I had to just take a few Rennies. But it has really settled the stomach, and yeah, no more NutriBullet for me, sadly, but I'll get my vitamins other ways. What tracks did you use? Did you play at your greatest bedroom DJ set? Well, I just went on Beatport, and then I found Cole Cox's playlist of tracks that he played, and I just downloaded them and I just played them. Because people don't really know what is am I going to be playing in my bedroom? My neighbour's going to be like, hey, actually I heard that Cole Cox set separately. They don't know, so they think you're a wizard, like not literally. Yeah, okay, I'm holding a wand, fair enough. And maybe for some people it is magic. You don't reveal your tricks to them, you know what I mean? You don't reveal your tricks. You don't say that actually I just played Carl Cox's playlist from Beatport. Let them believe the magic, you know? Like, yeah, okay, like Dynamo or whatever, he could show you a card trick and a million magicians will go, oh, I know that one. That's the old two-hand shuffle. But to the regular person on the street, they're going to be like, who is this man and why is he showing me cards? You know? So let's just have a look. I'm missing a lot of stuff here. I hear they back to back hibernate through the winter in the Berghain. Yeah. Oh, yeah, big wizard. You are a wizard. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here and showing us. See, you would know better than anybody. How many times a week do you go into Berghain? I just live here now. Well, it's Berghain House in northwest London, but it's pretty close. I heard Mr. Berghain sleeps for 9 months of the year. Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. I think it's been about 9 months since anyone made a joke about Berghain. I think maybe someone needs to make a joke about it soon, really. Otherwise, we're going to have a lot more DJ fatalities. Is this the biggest audience you've ever played for? Yeah, no, it is. 28 absolute brilliant people here. Just, I'm not scared at all because I'm not playing DJ decks. If I was playing the DJ decks, yeah, okay, I'd shake like a leaf in autumn. But just here with the microphone, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I always said if I wasn't extremely musically talented and gifted at choosing music, I would have been an MC. But yeah, I guess that's probably something for another life, maybe. I don't know. Just thinking about that earlier as well. Yeah. So does your mum like your DJ sets? No, she always kicks me off and starts playing Motown, which was the original form of dance music, actually, Motown and Northern Soul, before it went electric. So there is that. Yeah, I'm kind of from like a cultured background, I suppose. But yeah, she doesn't really like him. She said I'm pretty shit, to be fair, but it's fine because she likes different types of music, and that's what I like about being a DJ is that there are different types of music. There's like, there's different songs. Because if there wasn't different songs, if there was only one song, then then what would you DJ? You just play a song in a loop, and we'd all be like, okay, we'd like it, but we wouldn't be thrilled. I'm trying to wave at people. I don't know how this Insta works. You ever eaten tikka masala off Pearl on Records? I have not. I can just say that simply. I haven't. I'm up for it, but I don't have the hands to actually search for what Pearl on means at the moment. YouTube rips sound better. Yeah, so I would say as well, if you are a DJ, summer's over, you are getting cold, it is winter. What you want to do is you want to get yourself a shitload of YouTube rips. Thanks, Zonda FM, for that. Get yourself a shitload of YouTube rips because everyone knows YouTube rips are the warmest form of audio. They're warmer than vinyl. They're warmer than... I think I can only think of vinyl and YouTube rips in a moment. Yeah, warmer than 128 kilobyte MP3s. So go get yourself some YouTube rips. Keep yourself warm. You don't need to turn the fire on when there's YouTube rip in town. Get toasty. Who's better, Movi or Stephen Bodson? I literally thought they were the same guy until my mate pointed it out the other day. So I said, "Oh, is that the guy from REM?" And he goes, "No, that's Stephen Bodson." And I was like, "Is it?" And then I looked and it was Moby. So I don't know who the dick was there. Oh, just a bit of a laugh for you there. It's a little Moby Dick joke. Oh, we are having fun on here tonight. Frederick, you found us. You found us, Frederick. Couldn't hide from you. Are these bangers in the room with us now? I'll let you be the judge of that. That's a yes. Berghain has a winter fridge for all the summer MP3s. Yeah, I mean, look. This is what I was saying, that DJs come out of hibernation in March. What you need to be able to do, obviously, because it's not summer yet, when you make those bangers, because you got to release them in March so that there's enough tunes for so you get enough bookings for summer, you need to keep them somewhere fresh. So I would say, yeah, keep your MP3s in a fridge. You can keep them in Tupperware. You can keep them in Tupperware, but it doesn't last as long. They do degrade a lot quicker in Tupperware than they would in a fridge. So yeah, think about that. When it's not summer, how are you going to store your MP3s? And when it is summer, you need to think about that doubly, to be fair. Yeah, Big Wizard, yes, YouTube rips just do sound warmer, and 128 kilobytes are pretty warm as well. Yeah, Moby and Stephen Boston, I think they're the same person, but I think it's a bit like New Zealand. No one can prove it. Keep the bangers coming in. Thank you, Henry. We are trying. Who is Harris from the Calvin Harris duo? I think it was Rolf Harris, but I'm not too sure because he's supposed to be from Australia and he played the stylophone and the wobble board on I Created Disco. But yeah, obviously things haven't been going well for him. So I think they just split up, and then Calvin has taken on both of the names now, and he's just kind of pursuing a solo career. What's better for gigs? Kebabs or fish and chip shop? Now, again, I think it's just dependent really on the time of year. So if you're I would say if you're a digital DJ, fish and chips, because you want to get as many like sort of microchips in your music as possible. That's why the CDJ 3000 costs so much, because it's got 3000 microchips in it. So you want to be really, really careful when what you're selecting. Sometimes you might not want 3000 microchips. That's why I use a CDJ 350, because it's only got 350 microchips in it. Now, kebab or fish and chips? So fish and chip for digital, kebab, because obviously I don't know if you ever noticed, but kebabs are just thousands of vinyl stacked on top of each other on a skewer, and then they just cut around the side of it and they feed it to hungry DJs. And yeah, so it's like, obviously it's quite an analog experience getting a kebab. So really, you got to pick the right food for the right time, I think, when you're DJing. Yeah, thanks, Zonda, mate. All good. Calvin back to back with Harris was crazy. Yeah, it was actually crazy. Moby versus Jason Statham. Oh yeah, did you hear Batter Down by Jason Statham? Absolute banger. If the banger's coming in, does the mash come before it? Yeah, I'm not much of a mashup DJ. I actually think it goes against the art form of DJing doing a mashup. I think if you can't play two tracks after each other, they're exactly the same genre and exactly the same tempo on a vinyl record, and even though you're making it quite easy for yourself by not having to change the tempo and knowing exactly where it is in the middle of the stylus, so you don't actually have to even beat match really, I think you're doing it wrong, basically. I think you're doing DJing a disservice. Yeah, so I think this is a really good one there, Low Hit Petticum, that not a lot of people have talked about. That what happens when when summer is over and the thriller's gone? Yeah, you'll get multi-band depression. So multi-band depression, it comes in different layers. Sometimes your headphones might be depressed. Sometimes the thing that presses the cue button might be depressed. But you need to get yourself an expander. Which is also a song by Sasha. So put on Expander by Sasha, and that will really counteract the multi-band depression. And then you can keep the bangers coming in, hopefully. So yeah, and if you guys are suffering from multi-band depression out there at any point, send me an inbox. I'm not only one of the most talented DJs of my generation, I'm also known to put a smile on a few people's faces as well in my generation. So yeah, so I don't know, but don't all message me at once. But yeah. So anyway, on a more serious note, how do you store your bangers? Yeah, again, fridge, Tupperware is what I do. Cling film as well. Also you can cook them initially. So cook them, and then you can kind of keep them for a little bit longer as well. Don't put them in the freezer though. Do not put your bangers in the freezer though, because then they won't bang. They lose their pop. Which music format is superior, NFT or Betamax? Yeah, I'm a bit of an NFT guy. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've actually had a bored ape surgically attached to my face, as you can tell. So I am actually half NFT at the moment. I didn't really want to say that on stream, to be fair. I didn't want to say that on stream, but I've been excited to tell people about this. It's been quite a big one for me. Getting a bored ape. So yeah, I'm a bit biased. I would say Betamax is good. If you're trying to send people on a bit of a wave. But yeah, other than that, probably not. Business Techno, any upcoming raves? No, think we are thinking now that summer is over to hibernate and create songs for a new dawn, 2024. So we might create some music or something like that and put it out into the world. And who knows? Then maybe I could be an Instagram, TikTok DJ, which is something that I've actually dreamed about since I was about, I think, 4 years old when Instagram first came out. I won't say the year. But when Instagram first came out when I was 4 years old, I know I used to see Ricardo Villalobos. He used to stream on Facebook when he first started, and something I've always wanted to be. So, yeah, who knows? You might see me at a family do or a christening or something like that near you. Hopefully, if I get booked. Let's have a look here. Villalobos is just spicy digweed. Very true. How can I find a fall internship? Sorry, my glasses are absolutely sodden. That was quite a good one there. How can I find a fall internship in the EDM industry? I'm still in college. So look, what happens to all the DJs once summer is over? They go back to their internships. They're still getting experience because one day they need to start a record label. And their record label, they won't put as much effort into it, but they'll be able to put out the music that they love. And I think that's what's most important. It's a full-time job. But so what I would say is, how can you find a fall internship? Well, why don't you just go on LinkedIn and, see who's on there. I think Carl Craig is on there. Yeah, just message Carl Craig and say, hey, mate, don't really listen to your music, but I think that you seem like someone who might have an internship where I can learn. I don't know how much. Oh, mate, I've lost loads of comments. Sorry, guys. I didn't realise I was so far down. Let's have a quick look here. Best seasoning for the bangers. I would say white noise probably, because white noise simulates the sound of a CO2 cannon going off. So it kind of awakens a raver within people when they hear it, and they'll go, you know what? I feel like $1,000,000. I feel like I've just been to Tomorrowland today. How many times can you count 1, 2, 4 when DJing? I count 16. Because it was my 16th birthday the other day. Just kidding. I'd count to 16, and if you miss and it lands on a 15, just start counting again. Just trying not to miss anything. Is Labor Day weekend the peak of the typical local DJ's year? Well, yeah. I mean, Labor Day weekend is actually a huge peak in the DJ's year. And you can ask me from personal experience. You get to DJ quite a lot of baby showers on Labor Day. So usually I think like Labor Day the weekend from about 7 a.m. Till just like 24-hour charity set. I will just be going around and DJing at baby showers. And look, it's tough. You know what I mean? It is really, really tough DJing baby showers because babies haven't quite formed their musical taste yet. So it's really hard to like DJ for an older crowd and a younger crowd. So look, I'll play some like cheeky bangers from the past, pay a bit of Hall & Oates. Yeah, Nan likes that. But does mommy like that? Does baby like that? So there's a lot to think about, really. But Labor Day, a lot of baby showers to be DJing. You got to really, they say keep the bangers coming in, but no one can be bothered with that at that point. You know what I mean? After a 12-hour labor, your bangers are the last thing you're thinking about. I usually put on a bit of more Chiba. Let's have a look here. I'm trying not to miss everything because it's going quite quickly. Hello, everybody that's joining. Somewhat cloudy. Tina Cheers. How can I become a LinkedIn DJ? Now, we did do an online business conference in 2020 called SyncOn. And I tried to stream it onto LinkedIn, but at the time the LinkedIn streaming was closed. And then I also realized that you can like make jokes on like Facebook and Instagram, but if you make jokes on LinkedIn, all of a sudden HR's calling you and they're going, "Excuse me, mate, that joke you made about the banger, that didn't go down very well. People thought it was an actual conference, and some people had to miss work the next day." And I'm like, look, it's got nothing to do with me. So Coop Radio said, "Do I want to DJ my funeral?" Yeah, sure. I mean, if you were actually a DJ, wouldn't that have been like 3 days ago? How do Swedish House Mafia get away with it when organised crime is illegal? Well, that's it. So you never touch the goods. So if you notice when they're DJing, they never actually touch the CDJ and they never actually plug anything in and nothing's turned on. That's how they get away with it. They're not touching the merchandise. As soon as, so there's like every time, and I don't know if anyone knows this, it's a bit of an industry secret, but Swedish House Mafia, how do they get away with it? Isn't it illegal what they're doing? Every time they play, there's always, and you watch this out, yeah, watch this out. There's all this security at the front, and there's all this security at the side, and they're all undercover cops. As soon as any one of them touches that CDJ, even for a split second, boom, pounced, in jail. They're all accomplices. They're all done. So it's pretty smart. And also to commit a crime, say if they're Swedish and they're in America, the crime has to be illegal in both Sweden and America. So yeah, it's complicated, really. Let's have a quick look here. Sonar Works is to monitors what Expander is to the human race. Yep, I think Expander, you put it on anywhere. That's how I always A/B my tracks against Expander by Sasha. Just because it kind of cleans the room out. It like expands your room. So if you want to have a bit more reverb in your room, put on Expander. It makes the room a lot bigger. And then after that, I wish they released Contractor though, because now my house is too big. Which white noise is superior, Disclosure or ABBA? I would say white noise by Disclosure. But the thing is about white noise by Disclosure, it's not just white noise. Like they've slipped like beats in there and bass lines, which is like it's a bit cheeky to be fair. But look, they can get away with anything really. Thoughts on the most appropriate BPM for a funeral? I would say probably like 69 BPM for a funeral. Yeah, anything like something slow like 69 BPM for a funeral, I'd say. No faster than that. If you start getting to 70, people start dancing and you don't want that. So I would say anything below 70, probably 69 BPM for a funeral. Have I ever DJed at a circumcision? I think I haven't, but Excision was someone who was quite known to DJ at a circumcision. I think he used to get involved as well sometimes, if the families wanted it, but I think he might have charged a bit extra for that, to be fair, because it is, it's a bit crazy out there, So let me see if I can sort of round up what we've just been saying. So Matteo, this is a stream about what happens to all the DJs once summer is over. So as soon as it hits the 1st of September, turn your CDJs off for your own safety. Because if you have them on when it hits, and I think this is the trick, yeah, you have them on 1st September, then you die instantly. What about when you're DJing, but then the crowd sees the little guy inside? What is this, the baby shower? Yeah, it's always a funny moment, that is. Sometimes we put the headphones on the baby's head and we take a few pictures and stuff like that, but it hasn't happened in a while. And I actually got my headphone cord snipped once because they thought it was you had to be there. It was really funny at the time. James Hype is James Dope Hype is dope mixing wise. I think, you know what? I think he has been doping because, you know, I think he's like really nice. Like, you know, he's a really nice guy, really skillful. But I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't taking some sort of, steroid or some sort of performance enhancing drug. Um, Obviously, at the moment, yeah, DJing isn't an Olympic event at the moment. But you know, have you seen all those kind of speed producers and stuff like that doing like speed runs? I think it's just a matter of time before we see who really is like the fastest DJ. And yeah, I know someone who did 100 meter in about 10 seconds, but that's only because he'd forgot his headphone jack at home and he had to get to the club in like 5 minutes or something like that. So yeah, it was quite tough out there, to be fair. Thoughts on glue Bicester? Yeah, it's okay. It is okay. Bicester is it's not a place you want to say hello to, if that makes any sense. So that's why it's called Bicester. But yeah, you know, Bicester was quite interesting because there was a lot of people that felt really seen by the Bicester joke, which I never realised that. So, and why is Fred again allowed to keep getting away with it? Why with so many asterisks? You know, that's it. Built the audience. The marketing worked. You know. Um, Other Olympic DJ sports, I'd say this is great. We could do a whole episode on this. I think Big Wizard. What happened to Fred again the first time around? I think he produced "Shape of You" by Ed Sheeran. Other Olympic DJ sports. Oh, this is a tough one. I think bicep curl, for sure, because that's why like I haven't got my headphones on me. But say you got headphones when you're a DJ. Like what I do is I could just have the headphones in the whole time, but sometimes I put my hand to the thing so that I can kind of like go, yeah, and like really show off like how like good my arm is. I don't know if anyone else does that, but that's something I've been doing. Um, yeah, I mean, to be a bicep, you got to try. You can't just be a bicep. Um, Oh, I see. Yeah. So you have a dilemma. I want burial at my funeral because obviously it maximizes tear saturation. But is it played out? No. You know what? This is the thing. This is why he doesn't DJ live because basically he would be the go-to funeral guy, and there's just not enough of him to go around. And also like digging holes and stuff when you're DJing, it's just a fucking pain in the ass, man. Like, I tried it out for a little bit, but it's like every time you go there, you got to like load. It's a really laborious task, and it's quite sensitive as well. So yeah, I think he's probably just going to stick to stadiums and stuff. Um, oh yeah, so Skrillex's Ghost Producers come out when summer is over. They're finished DJing, and then they have to go back to the camp. For thoughts on Karl Marx's 1848 Boiler Room set? Well, I thought it was a pretty good one, to be fair. You know, it was a good one. I think he really, do you know what? Like, bring beards back into DJing because, like, I believe, and don't quote me on this, like Craig David, he's got his beard. You know, he's got his shaped beard. Apparently, that's really good for like sound absorption. So obviously, I've got a bit of sound absorb behind me, but then his beard also kind of reflects, you know, stray nodes. So yeah, you know what? Like, I think he was cheating in a way, but at the time, people didn't realize you were able to do that. And also at the time, you know, it was actually really frowned upon to have a beard. So you know, he was quite brave doing that on YouTube. Um, I always laugh when they showcase their arms when they're holding their headphones. Like, you know what? For me, it is entertainment. It is, you know, it's a dream. Um, Thoughts on the Burning Man tragedy? I've not made any memes about the Burning Man tragedy. I don't know why. It hasn't really inspired me. Um, I don't know why it hasn't inspired me, but you know what? It doesn't seem like it was much of a tragedy. Like the more I was reading into it, like it made it out like everyone was like sort of stuck, and it was like they were going to get like blown away, and it was this crazy weather. But then it turns out that they were right next to a main road, and it just rained for a bit, and then it was a bit muddy, so you couldn't quite drive your vehicle out safely if you wanted to. So I mean, yeah. Did you go to Boomtown in 2022 when there was a dust storm? Dude, that was crazy. I felt a bit crazy then, but yeah. I'm not too sure about the Burning Man tragedy. Did anyone actually? Oh, mate, there was this video of some guy. You got to check it out. It's absolutely mental. The guy's just going, "Look, we're Burning Man people. We're burners. We'll stick together, okay? I got some food. I got some water, or something like that." And then he goes, "Look, two people passed last night, but that's cool. We're gonna can't party for them." And he's like, you really skipped over that two people passing bit, didn't you? Um, yeah, absolutely nutty biscuits. But if someone asked me to go to Burning Man, I would go. I'd go straight away. I'd go straight away. Look at my face. Like, I'd go straight away. Yeah, it's raining, man. Very brilliant. What message do you have for all the influencers of Burning Man? I'd say to the influencers of Burning Man, look, let me be your friend. We can expand together. You can let me be an Instagram DJ if you give me the dream. Something like that, anyway. Thoughts on illegal amen breaks? Nothing under the sky of God is illegal in my eyes. Thoughts on Candy's first Psytrance set in Goa. I'm not sure about that, but I would really, really also want to go to Goa. I don't really care that much for Psytrance, but it must be quite nice just being in like a warm place where there's a beach and you don't have to think about DJing at a christening. Most of the mud was overflowing porto potties. Oh no, was it really? Oh no. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go in 5 minutes, but let's see what we can answer in 5 minutes. Where does the egg beater go in the signal chain? I don't know. That's what the thing is, isn't it? What comes first, the chicken or the egg? That's where it comes from, isn't it? Because it's about the signal chain. Because like people would say, yeah, you put reverb on after distortion, but my friend taught me if you put distortion on after the reverb, it distorts all the reverb and it sounds really, really fucking cool. So, you know what? Maybe a fucking egg gave birth to a chicken. Maybe. Now that summer is over and the constant booze, drugs, and cigarettes have subsided, am I addicted to video games? Thoughts? Yeah, so DJ Blindfold, I think that it's hard to tell. You need to take the blindfold off. You need to have a look around. You need to see, are you playing a video game or are you on drugs? And it's not easy to tell. It isn't easy to tell sometimes, like, are you on drugs? Are you playing a video game? Because, like, some people would say, like, life is a video game. I kind of came up with that, but like some people might say that I said that. Just quote me on that. Life is a video game, and yeah, just take drugs, but make sure you understand the side effects of drugs, and make sure you're not taking drugs to escape, to escape the problems in your life. Make sure you're using to amplify, and also if you do take drugs, make sure HR doesn't know, otherwise we might get sued as the institute. Who is your chin reconstruction surgeon? It was actually surgeon reconstructing my chin. If you've ever heard of surgeon, I went in there. I just messaged him. I was like, "Can we do a B2B on the chin?" He said, "Yeah." Got the modular out, just plugged me in, and then that's it. So big up surgeon, man. Really, really respect. Really good surgeon. How did Skrillex upgrade from Boomerang to Bangarang? I don't know, because Australia doesn't actually exist, so I'm still trying to work out what's going on there. I have to be careful with some of these because they're getting a bit rude now. It really is 10 p.m. on a Monday night, isn't it? On a meme page. I just played a gig doing commercial dance music for swingers. What amount should I invoice that won't make me feel like I've died emotionally? I think that probably swingers have a really, really high amount of expendable income. The only problem is how they come in. So if they come in naked, they're not going to have cards on them. They're not going to have cash on them. If they say to you, go to the bowl, put your key in the bowl and we'll give you the cash, you need to run away because your USB stick is attached to that. So if you put that into the bowl, someone else picks the USB stick out of the bowl, all of a sudden they could take all of your tunes with them, and then you'll be like left with like some swing music. So you know what I mean? So you really want to be careful there when you're putting your USB stick in the bowl at a swingers party. Make sure you get paid, but you know, try and do it by like PayPal or something like that. Something a bit more safe than that. You know, just look after yourself. Um, um, yeah. What the hell is this electric zoo thing? Because I've been seeing that as well. Is that different? That's different to Burning Man. Sorry, forgive my ignorance. Oh, that was all the people barging in, wasn't it? So all the people barging through, and it was like dangerous because like 100 people had like snuck in. I don't know, mate. It was like a bloody zoo in there. No, but it fucking was, mate. It was an absolute zoo in there, mate. I don't care if it was electric. I don't care if it was plastic. You know, I don't care if it was analog or digital. It was a bloody zoo. Um, yeah, can't answer that. What's the better platform to upload cool rave videos of raves with a lot of flash? Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook? I would say that TikTok's content filters are more aware of things like strobes and will probably not reward it. Similar with Instagram, but Facebook probably is literally the least self-aware, so you maybe get away with it, but then everyone has Facebook on day modes, it has less impact. Hey DJ Optic. And then maybe just put it on X or Threads. I reckon Threads would do quite well for a strobe video. How long should you stay at the afters? I'm still here, mate. I'm still here. You went ages ago, but I'm still here. It's been how long have I been in the afters now? Probably like 20 years I've been at the afters, to be fair. It never really ended for me in a lot of ways. And I think a lot of people feel the same. Like I'd say that my 9 to 5 job is my side hustle, and then the few hours that I'm at an afters on a Friday or a Saturday is my real occupation. What's the opposite of Burning Man Festival? Well, obviously it was the Raining Man Festival, as we said earlier, and it's Circle Loco built in a square. It's not in a circle, so that's another conspiracy that we can do on the next stream. I'm going to come back next week and try and stream again. I'm going to see how easy it is to get this off the thing. How easy it is to get it off Instagram. Otherwise, I'm going back to TikTok, or I might do Twitch or something. But it was very fun here because there was actually people here. So as I say, I'm usually streaming to 3 people for no real good reason. Great. Well, thank you so much. Keep the bangers coming in, everybody. Keep an eye out for any videos that go up. If I've used any of your concepts in the videos and I haven't tagged you, just message me and I'll make sure I tag you in there. I do try and say people's names out loud. No worries. I do try and say people's names out loud so that I remember bullshit I'm chatting, because it doesn't come up with the comments when you download it. So, all right. Stay on IG. Yeah, okay. I'll see if I stay on IG. I actually had shitloads of fun today, to be fair, and I don't have that much fun on TikTok. So, all right, cool. Twitch is good as well. I do keep meaning to do some production streams on Twitch just for a laugh. So maybe I might do that. We'll see. But thank you. Keep the bangers coming in, everybody, and I will catch you next time. Keep the bangers coming in.